When you are doing something difficult, there will come a point when you reach your limit. When it feels like you've given all that you have, and yet that still isn't good enough. And in those final moments before giving up, you must give it your all and surpass those limits. That is what sets a success story apart from the story of an attempt. So when you feel that you're reaching your limit, think of it as a test and proof that you're trying, because you wouldn't feel this way if you weren't putting in enough effort. Think of it this way. Everyone who tries to accomplish their goals is giving it their all. No one goes into something they're passionate about and isn't trying their hardest. At first, it may seem that people just quit or they aren't putting as much effort as they could be, and while that's true to some degree because they could be trying harder to improve their skill, but when someone is trying, they are giving it their current maximum. And what sets apart success is finding that maximum and breaking it by pushing it higher. Hi, my name is Wisteria. I make videos to try to resonate and provide a similar story to other people who are my age. We are all baby adults. We are just finding our footing in the way of being an adult, and we all expect ourselves to be perfect, and while I can't fix that feeling, and we must all find our footing in our own way, there is some comfort in knowing that it isn't just you. So without further ado, let's get back into the video. You see, a lot of people will give it their all, and when they see that it's not enough, they think that they just aren't cut out for it. But if we're being honest with ourselves, we're being kind of silly when we think that our all should be enough when we haven't even had enough practice to improve yet. I've been making videos on and off for most of my life, but the current type of video I make, I've only been making for a little over a month. So when I give it my all, and I don't pull the views that I want, I shouldn't expect anything else. Because right now, I only have my storytelling skills and my insight. I still have plenty of things to improve, such as voiceovers, editing, music selection, and plenty of other things. But if I waited until my skills were quote-unquote enough for a successful YouTube career, it would never come, because pushing yourself to the limit and then breaking that limit is the only way to improve. This is not an invitation to go overwork yourself and provide no rest, because you can't break through your limits otherwise. Breaking your limits isn't throwing yourself at the wall as hard as you can until it breaks down. It's chipping away at the wall and allowing time to improve your skill so that you can break it down over time. The internet has changed our perception of day-to-day life. Everything is faster, whether that be time as a whole or the time it takes for things to happen. Short-form content specifically has reduced the need to pay attention to something to get the payoff. You only need to watch 3 seconds, if even that, to get to the dopamine hit from a short-form video. And these things are doing what they're designed to do, which is keep our attention so that they can make more money. Convenience has become the biggest design philosophy for anything nowadays. We have invented things such as drive-thrus, dating apps, social media, and plenty of other things that I'm sure I could spend a lot of time listing. This may not seem like a problem at first. If we make things as convenient as possible, it should make them easier to do and give us more energy to focus on the things we want to do. But all of this convenience has backfired in a very destructive way. Because when you're trying to get your work done, your phone goes off. You look, and someone liked your dating profile. Immediately, all your attention shifts to this easy access dopamine that has just been handed to you. So then you procrastinate, look at that dating app for another 30 minutes, and then the cycle continues. The worst part about this is that once you pick up your phone, it's so much harder to put it down than it is to just not touch it in the first place. So in order to limit the amount of times these things distract us, we must take away the opportunity for it to start in the first place. Before I record anything for the video, I silence my phone and put it facing away from me. That way, it can't distract me from the work that I'm doing. And for the most part, there shouldn't be anything that comes up that requires my attention that second anyway. But back to the main topic at hand, how do we break our limits? It's easy to say something like this, but what does it actually look like to break our limits? There's a generic version of doing so, but the specifics of breaking your limits pertains to what you're doing and what your scenario looks like. So I'm going to use YouTube as an example, but I'll go through and simplify it so that it pertains to as much as possible. Breaking my limits looks like going through with recording a video when I already had work and I'm run down from a long day. It looks like learning a new editing trick that I can insert into my video even when I could just stick to the thing I've been doing. My limits are my energy levels and my willingness to work after being exhausted. My limits are my editing abilities. There are a lot of things that I could classify as my limits, but breaking them is still recording the video anyway. It's learning that new thing and implementing it into my new video. So the generic rundown is finding your limit in a specific context and either learning something new to raise your ceiling or finding something that pushes you to that ceiling and punching through it. Breaking through that limit is a feeling that's very enjoyable. On the days that you really don't want to do something but you do it anyway, you have the best feelings about yourself and the rest of the day tends to be pretty good. In the days that you're confronted by your limits and you back down, you tend to not feel very good about it afterwards. And there will be days when you're confronted by your limits and you back down. This video isn't an essay on how to succeed you must keep going through all the times and never have setbacks or struggles. To be open and transparent, I'm recording this script on a Friday. I was supposed to start yesterday because I was off from work, but I was confronted by my limits, and after a hard couple weeks at work, I backed down, and I decided that I didn't want to record. I felt bad, like I had wasted my day, but that's how things are. I woke up today and I started recording, and there will be setbacks. And even today, I'm having trouble recording this script. But it wouldn't be breaking your limit if it was easy. So take this as motivation with you, and wherever you do for the rest of your day and into the upcoming days throughout this week. To make it through your limit, you must first reach that limit. The good thing is, when you're first starting something, your limits are pretty low. For some people, the limit might be just that, starting. The goal isn't to have one singular giant breakthrough in your limits. This can take a long time, and there are plenty of times where you're going to have to exceed your own expectations. The best thing you can do is keep chipping away day after day instead of trying to push through one time and think you're going to get the penultimate result. So, to summarize, you must break through your limits. To do so, you must chip away over time with continuous effort. To reach your limits, you must first put in effort, and to break through your limits, you must grit your teeth and decide that you're going to do it right now. Because if you can do it at your lowest, imagine you at your highest. That's going to be all for this video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and leave any thoughts down in the comments. If you made it this far into the video, I really do appreciate you and thank you. I hope to catch you again next week, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. And as always, God bless.